obligatory cough. Forgot to clean the camera. There we go. So what we're doing today, now live on your channel, yeah, exactly. What we're doing today, I'm just testing. What I bought was, when I got the Holy Land mic, it's a Type-C, so it goes into the bottom of a Type-C style phone. And so that fits perfectly into my Samsung. So what I thought was, if you want the one for the, hello John Paul Glasgow, how you doing, mate? So if you want, what I was just saying is that I bought an adapter so I can plug the microphone in. It's a lightning adapter, lightning one end, Type-C at the other. So you can plug the, I can plug this into my iPhone now. Saves buying another iPhone, doesn't it really? This one's, what I normally do is I buy my wife's cash, and then the ones that I have for my job, I buy them on a contract. For the simple reason being, you might as well claim it back through your tax, ain't you? So that's what I've done. So this one's coming up to, it's be out of contract soon, and it's a 14 Pro Max. And so there just don't seem any point in getting rid of it, because they're a lot of money when you buy them. And you know, it's only 2 years old, and if I buy a 15 or 16 Pro Max, it'll only be as good as what this is really anyway, apart from a few buttons. So that's what I thought I'd do. Anyway, it seems to work perfectly well. I've downloaded the Holyland app into the phone, and it just registers the microphone just the same as what it does on the other one, but it's just a small adapter, just a little. I'll show you what it is, because they sent two out. I ordered one the other day, and I got the wrong one, but this one's perfect. That's all it is. Just that little thing there, Type-C that end, lightning that end. So, look like an influencer. Tell you what, it didn't have focus, that, isn't it? A lot better than the Samsung. Say what you like. It's in and out though, isn't it? In and out of focus. There you go. So that's what I got. 4 people, how you doing? Nice to see you all. If you want to say hello in the chat, please do. If you're enjoying what you're seeing. Hang on a minute, let me try that again. Bushra Karoon, how you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. I presume Bushra is a male name. You're the first one. Shelia Dees, how you doing? Nice to see you as well. I think the gods of YouTube like us tonight. You've got one of these adapters so you can use a Type-C. I do random stuff. I like your glasses. You can have them if you want. These are a fairly old pair, to be honest. I got them, they're like an reading glasses, but obviously as your eyes get worse as you get older, I tend to use these for computer now, because I can't really see the writing on my phone screen without them. But I don't have to wear them for anything else other than reading. I can watch television and everything, absolutely fantastic, but looking at a phone screen has got increasingly worse. But I do a lot of looking at phone screens. So obviously yesterday I had a bit of a wander about, and I walked 18 miles for charity. So today, hang on, good question, I'll answer it in a minute. So today it feels like my feet are actually falling off. When I shave your head, do you razor it electrically? No, I don't know. I actually shave it with a Wilkinson sword. I use the same one on the top of my head as what I do on my chin. So it's like a micro penis. Oh, thank you very much. We're only here for the comments after all, even though we've only got 6 in now. Random Stuff said hi. I said hi back to you as well. First time we ever did this, we got loads and loads and loads of people in. Loads of people in. And that was a good fun hour, that was. But it seems to have calmed down now. I think they've stopped recommending me. I must have got going a bit. It's like a micro penis. I've never been described like that. It's actually very sore today. I think I've got a bit of sunstroke, to be honest, because I don't feel particularly well. I wandered down the beach in the sun yesterday for ages and ages and ages doing that walk, and I got bit just here somewhere, some sort of mosquito type bite, and that's come up pretty wild and all. But hopefully it'll go down tomorrow. I've just noticed as I got out of the car, my ankles are a lot better than what they've been all day, but it's been a bit of a struggle. Obviously, when you drive a cab for a living, somebody wanders up to the car and wants something put in the boot, you're like, oh my days, put it in yourself. But anyway, whatever. Did pretty well, raised 650 quid. The target was 500, so we've done well. The only annoying thing is that GoFundMe have raised the target now, which seems a bit daft. When it's over, I don't want anybody else putting in. That's it. We said originally I just wanted 200 quid. That's what I set the target at, and we've got up to 650, so I think that's enough, isn't it? It's all good for the charity, though. So it's got to be mentioned, isn't it? mummystar.org. If you are a female, I think blokes can actually get breast cancer as well, but if you know a female who's pregnant who in the UK, well, I presume they do it throughout the world, but pregnant and starts with breast cancer, they're a really good support unit for people that are obviously suffering with that. They give good advice and different things. So they're worth checking out. Mummy's Star. It's all one word. Mummy's, MUMMYS Star STAR.org. So pop up and have a look at them. They're well worth looking at. It must be awful for these poor women. It's bad enough for the family, so it must be awful for the poor women. Anyway, we managed to do it started off at 10:30, I think it was, or 11:15, and we got there at 7:30, but we stopped for an hour, and in the Anderby Creek Cafe for lunch. So that put an hour on it. But I must admit, as we were coming towards the end, I was really struggling. I had a lot of pain in my ankles. And if my granddaughter hadn't been there, I don't think I'd have done it. She was quite supportive, to be honest. Well, she was very supportive. Like, come on, Grandad. I said, I think I actually want to be sick. She went, no, don't do that. It's gross. She's so lovely. I don't think I've ever spent that much time with her for years and years and years. We had like 9 hours solid together and only us two to talk about. And she did a good job. She was chattering away. And she did a good job of making light of everything. And it was brilliant. It was a real nice day. And then when we got to Skegness, the 2 youngest ones were digging in the sand. But I think they were about ready for going home. They're definitely the youngest one. She likes to go to bed at a certain time. Anyway, we didn't get home till about 10:30, something like that. So it was a fair old day, that. But I'm not thinking, I maybe won't do another 18-mile walk for a long time. You know what I mean? It might get better tomorrow. I might think, I might go for a walk tomorrow, but I don't know whether there's some sort of muscle that surrounds your ankle, but just at the front of mine, it's so sore, and every time you put your foot down, it's the left one that's worse. But there's no swelling or anything like that, but it's just really, really sore. And hello, matey, how you doing? Let me just make sure we're on the. Oh no, we're on top messages. I bet there's loads of messages come through and I ain't seen them. Nope. Nice to see you, Ian. I'm sorry I didn't find that message that you sent me while later on, because I was using the other phone, and this one was sort of chucked in my bag. And it was only when I was on the way home that you'd asked for the thing. It was a lot quieter than I thought it would be when we got there. I just imagined it being really busy. Thought I was jogging back. It was amazing, really, because we were within the last 2 miles. And my granddaughter, because they say she's only 19, she goes to the gym anyway, and she started running. So she'd run about 500 yards and then run back. I'm like, Christ, I've got the job to get my feet in front of the other one. Do you mind going running? And so, you know, like, Christ, how do you manage to do that? And I was thinking, well, if she runs that far enough, I'll just go to sleep on a bench or something. She can come back and fetch me in an hour. But I was sort of thinking, oh, well, Lou wants to get home with the kids. And I was trying to motivate myself, but I had that much pain in my ankles and my lower back. as it sort of goes up towards your left lung in there. That there must be, I don't know what muscle that is, but it was tightening up. And I had to keep stopping and leaning on the fence and trying to stretch myself out because it was like winding me. But God, I was so pleased when I got to that bloody pier. As soon as I spotted it, I thought, oh, hallelujah. But anyway, let's not go on about it. These poor people have got bloody cancer, and it's a lot harder to do than what walking 18 miles is. So hopefully we've raised awareness. If it saves one woman from suffering what Lou has done, then our work here is done, isn't it, really? It's amazing, Mick. I watched all your streams of it. Well done again, bro. To be honest, the second stream I did, I just run out of steam. I thought, well, I'll start a live stream and then the time will pass really quick. And then all of a sudden, I think I wanted to scream. We were just starting to get behind Butlins at Skegness. So I knew we were well on the way. But Butlins seems to be about 400 miles long when you're tired. I was walking, and every time I put my feet down, it hurt. And I'm like, oh, dear. And then we got to the end of that, and it turns out there's a golf course there. And you have to go around it. You can't go over it. Anyway, in the end, we ended up going across the edge of it, and that saved us quite a walk. And then you just get onto this area, which is like two paving slabs, but they're not even. They're a weird thing, like some sort of thick tile stuff. I think they're 3 wide. And that just went on forever and a day. And then all of a sudden you came out of that and you could see the pier. And it was about 100 yards away from the pier. But it didn't seem to get any bigger as you was walking up to it. You're like, God, am I going to make it? And my daughter says, well, you've got to touch the pier, otherwise you haven't finished it. And I just sat down on this thing. And I thought, God, I'm never going to manage it. Anyway, after about 10 minutes of trying to compose myself, I managed to walk up and take that photograph. And that's the one I did. So anyway, it's all done. I've just got to put the cash. I've got cash in my bank, so I'll just pay it out of my bank and put the one in for the people that gave me in cash. There was £120 donated in cash. And I can't remember the exact amount. I can't think what it is. I can't think the exact amount what the GoFundMe made. So we've done well. Hello, Laura. How you doing? Nice to see you. Is that Laura? How you doing? I presume it is Laura. Laura JS. Well done, Mick. You can do it next time, Laura. You can come with me. Bring that lad of yours. He'd do it, wouldn't he? So I've come home early today because my ankles are dropping off and I feel a bit sick, to be honest. But I think I've got a bit of sunstroke as well. But I don't like to sound like I'm moaning because I really enjoyed doing it. But I think 18 miles is a bit far for a bloke of my tender years. Well, you see these 80-year-olds, don't you? Running. They're running marathons, aren't they? So I don't know. I don't know how they do that. I suppose if you do it all your life, you're just used to it, aren't you? But I suppose you don't start thinking, I'm going to run a marathon at 80. Hello, Logan. How you doing now, Mick? Won't be stopping, just randomly dropping in and saying hello, mate. Nice to see you again. We had some fun with you yesterday, didn't we? That passed a lot of time. That I didn't realise that live stream was 1 hour and 37 minutes long. I like for the logarithm. Have a good one, pal. Why are you leaving us? Have you got something better to watch? I'm not surprised if you have. I'm actually in the front room tonight. I thought I'd go posh. I think it's got better acoustics in here for this microphone. It's a bit echoey when you do it in that room upstairs. I've got a massive... Can you see it there? You watch, there'll be something living in there. I'll get up tomorrow morning, it'll be about this big. You'll have it was a good stream. Best get off. Nothing better to watch, mate. Got to take the dogs out. Oh, no data outside. All right, yeah. All right, mate. We might be here when you come back anyway. Pop in if you have. If we are. nothing better to watch. I'll take that as a compliment. You're still half sleeping, and I only watched you. I don't know what that means. Gotta be honest. You're still half sleeping now? Yeah, so my ankles aren't swelled up. When I used to drink heavy, this left ankle used to swell up like a balloon. But I expected it doing it yesterday as well, but I think that was more like because your body's full of booze, isn't it, really? Oh, right, yeah, that's right, yeah. Jimmy England, how you doing? You ought to come next one. I think anything above 10k, I'm going to let somebody else do it. I've decided. Because when we got up to 10k, I was as fresh as a daisy. And I was thinking, God, this is going to be easy. And then we just got a bit further. It was the bit where we had to go down the beach. That's what did me. And then we got to where the North Sea Observatory is at Chapel St Leonard's. And then I'd walked up that next bit of beach, and I did it before and it didn't seem to take any time at all. But yesterday we walked up the path and it was like, it seemed to take 3 hours. And I thought that was Ingermells when we got to the end of that bit, but it wasn't. It was a long, long way from Ingermells, so I didn't really realise how much it was. Space Turtle, how you doing? No, it was yesterday, mate. We did it yesterday. If you have a look on the channel, there's a pretty good live stream, to be honest. It was an hour and 37 minutes. I don't expect you to watch all of it, but if you want to have a little look round the other side of the North Sea, it'd be worth having a look. That was just up from there where that crash was the other week with the oil tanker and the passenger, what do they call them? Bloody freight ship. And the last time I went on that bit of beach, you could see a lot of burnt items on there that had come off there. But we walked past and we looked across, and I wouldn't be certain, but I think there was a dead seal fairly well up the beach. Now, I didn't want to go anywhere near it, poking about, just in case it was, because I didn't really want to see that. Because you do get seals there. They come up, they actually land at Donanook in the winter, and that's where they give birth. And this was it looked like a fully grown seal. But I say I didn't go up there and start going anywhere near it, just in case it was, because who wants to see a dead seal? I don't really. I've seen the dead babies sometimes when you go up and have a look at them when the carving, because that's where they carve, just up at about 15 mile away up the coast. It's all sealed off, where they do it. You can walk past it even sort of now, like, but if you go from, I think is it middle to late October, that's when they start coming up there to have the babies. But I wasn't really keen on seeing a dead one. Oh, the other good thing about this microphone is you can plug in a charger to it, so it'll charge the phone up while you're talking. So when I came in, it was only on 40%. Now we're on 52. So I did a little test on it to make sure that it weren't going to buzz while I was talking down it, which it doesn't. They seem really good, these. I mean, the ones I got before these, you're talking sort of road, over 200 quid. But these are 84 quid. Anybody that wants just starting to do a bit of vlogging or recording or anything, they're perfect. And the wind deflectors are brilliant on them. They're just fairly big, that's all. Somebody sort of said, oh, they look like a sweat patch on your shirt. Big fluffy thing. I'll show you. Not there you won't, because that's your silk. So that's me done at work now, while Thursday morning. They're a bit difficult to fit as well. You have to get the microphone and shove it inside there. So the first time you ever have to do it, it just takes forever and a day. So I think you can see it's a bit too dark in here, isn't it? But yeah, they're good. I say 84 quid. The ones for the iPhone were more expensive, and I thought, well, I'll want to use it on the Samsung because the Samsung's smaller. But then I thought, the other day I was just sat there and I thought, well, why not get a connector to make it through from the, from Type-C into iPhone. But I've got it covered anyway. If I get a new phone at any point, it'll be Type-C from now on, won't it? So I'll be able to just do that. What's everybody else been up to today? Don't be shy. Let me know what you've been doing. Bit of interaction, be lovely. Can't believe we've got the lovely Laura on. Bless her. That's one thing when you're in vertical mode, you do get a lot of people in and a lot of people out. It shows up on your when you look back in YouTube Studio when you've stopped talking. It looks like you've had 1 million people in, but when you actually look at the watch time hours when it uploads, it's very low. They're just in and out. It's a bit like on TikTok. One thing you have to watch out for is obviously that's fastened there, and if you can see it, a little green light flashing up. When you put your bag on with all your stuff in when you're walking about, you have to make sure it's not rubbing against it, because it would be awful. You get that somebody when somebody pocket rings you with a phone. I haven't even got any trolls in. I missed all them trolls. They were fantastic. When I first started walking in December, it used to kill me. I'd walk about 250 yards and think that was enough. But it's surprising how you can get going again. I mean, if you listen to some of the early videos when I was just walking about, this sort of like I was on my last breath. But it seemed, if you listen to them now, there's nothing like that. I actually took a video in 4K, which will be a bit of an highlights one, and I didn't get the bit at the end because I've just run out of interest in filming, to be honest. I was more interested in trying to get me one foot in the other. So I'll put that up on Friday night for some, if you want to have a look at that. Just be a bit different. Anyway, McDonald's milkshakes and paper straws. What's all that about? I've had my first McDonald's milkshake tonight in 5 years. Because they used to make my stomach bad, obviously, because I was full of acid anyway, because of all that booze. So I thought I'd try one tonight, and they were lovely, but it's the first one I've ever tried with a paper straw. And after a while, it gets all sort of damp at the end, and you end up trying to get it out of the thing, and you can't. I wonder what happened to John. I ain't seen John about. He was going to come on that walk yesterday. Unless he's gone to Lanzarote. He's probably walking around Lanzarote filming. Anyway, let's retouch myself. There we go. That's took 5 years off me, and it got rid of my big spot. Look, you can still. Anyway. One thing I should have done was have a really good vape before I come on, because now I'm desperate. We'll just stop half an hour tonight anyway, just sort of pop on. I think there's a few other shows on that people probably want to go and watch. But I really sort of popped on just to test all this thing out, because I can use this in Spain, because I think the camera's better on here than what it is on that S22, because S22 is a few years old. But now we've got the microphone connected up, it should be good. I'm going to take the Osmo Pocket as well. The only thing is, it's really easy to sort of think, I could do some filming while I'm in Spain. But when you actually get there and find out that it's 30 odd degrees, it's not quite as interesting as you thought it was going to be. So whether it will be, we'll see. The other thing is we haven't got any Wi-Fi there, so I won't be able to upload it while I get home. And if I do it in 4K 60 frames per second, it'll probably take all the memory up in the camera. So I don't know, really. We'll see. Might do it in 4K 24 in that movie. It's supposed to be movie spec or something. Well, the other thing is 1080p. If you've never been there before, it's worth a look round in 1080p, isn't it? We'll see anyway. I won't take it to bed now. Excuse me. I've been like that all day. I didn't get up. I fell asleep. I went to bed at 12 o'clock, which I've never done ever in my life for a long time. I woke up about 9:30 this morning, and I'd slept all of it. And I've just been worn out all day, so obviously it's had some effect. Wasn't really quite fit enough to do it, but I've done it, and that's the main thing. It's done with. It's finished. I just want about the youngest two grandkids. You know, you can imagine them in years to come saying to their kids, "Now your granddad was your great granddad was a bit of a nutter, really." just decided he got to 58 and decided to start walking about. You can remember on that old thing called YouTube that used to be about before TikTok started, and took everybody off it. And anyway, decided to do it, and but we can't look at it anymore because Google, just got sanctioned, and they're not there anymore. When Donald Trump's son, what's Donald Trump's son called? I can't remember. If I turn that around there, I'll be a lot more comfortable, and you'll be able to see me, and that'll be much better. Do you like my picture? I think that's really cool. That Sue bought it, and you had to put a template on the wall and line them all up next to it, and we actually got it right. I've never been brilliant at DIY, and I suppose you can't really call that DIY. I only followed a template, but it looked effective. The wind's getting up here tonight. Oh, what am I doing? Has everybody gone? Am I sat here talking to myself? Do I need to refresh the chat? View chat. There we go. No. Mind Melt Diaries. Warning, mixed stream may cause sudden strength, laughter and crushes. He's the boy next door you never get over. You'll do for me. Oh, bless you. He's the guy next door that you don't want to talk to. What a nice thing. Tell you what, I've always said, if you can't be nice, don't say anything. Sudden strength, laughter and crushes. I don't think I've got any crushes. There might be some desperate old ladies out there that's looking for somebody to have a crush on, maybe. It's a nice thing to say. Thank you very much. Bit of encouragement. Sometimes you think, you get. I mean, it's not like it's a first radio. I've done one channel, and it got quite successful. More of a community with that one, though. And then I've done another one. I think I ruined it really by promoting my stuff. And it was one of those channels. It was a bit faceless. So obviously, there was my face, but you didn't really get a lot of interaction with it because you were just showing people reviews of small things. So you don't get a community for that. But this one's lovely. You get a lot of like-minded people, and a lot of people that are my age group. So and with some people, they actually love the places that you're walking around because they've gone there for years, and especially in the winter, they don't get a chance to go. So I mean, I did those Mablethorpe ones in sort of February when nobody, you can't go there because they're shut while March. And there's quite a few people commented and said, "Oh, that's where my caravan site is down there. I can't wait to go back to it." And the other thing is when you get around there, especially in the winter, there's a lot of people that actually live there, and it's really quiet, so they're looking for a chat. So it's really easy to get loads and loads of people to just have a chat to. And it's, you find out interesting things about the area. I got talking to one bloke, and he used to work on the fun fair there before he retired. And he knew just about everybody in Mablethorpe, and where they'd gone wrong in life and, what happened and that. There used to be a guy with a big man shop there. And then somebody up the road started offering big fashions. and it killed him. He shut down because it's only a really small place anyway. So he shut down, and then the other guy did as well. So now you can't get any. I bought a jacket from there. A 3XL jacket. It was brilliant. You're also a YouTuber with the same vibe as my channel. Let's have a look. I don't know. That's the only problem is with this now. You can't actually go into somebody else's channel, can you? Well, it's live. What I'll do, I'll wait while. Oh, you're doing van life. Oh, excellent. Yeah, I'll have to wait while the chat uploads, I think. Yeah, catch you later, John Paul. I don't think we've got any more moderators in, to be honest. No, we haven't. Yeah, what I'll do is as soon as the chat uploads, I'll click on. Well, I'll just search it. I ain't got my other phone in here, but so it's Mind Melt Diary. Are you say you're van life? Are you full-time van life, or do you just do it when you're going out? You know, do you just go on holiday in the month? I follow Stephen, Country Van Life UK. I followed him for years. I look quite. I might even be subscribed to you already, to be honest, but I don't know. That was the only thing when I sort of started this channel. I took the premium stuff off my other channel, and the stuff I hadn't seen for ages, and then all of a sudden, I'll pop on the other channel for a while, but it's got adverts on it now because I took the premium off it. And then somebody will pop up and I think, oh yeah, I forgot to sub to them, and I ain't seen them for ages. Yeah, I'll definitely do it. I ain't got my other phone in here, otherwise I'd do it now. I'm not going to stop much longer anyway. We've been here 32 minutes. So I think we're nearly done. Sometimes stop on a bit longer. So are you a UK van lifer? Sorry to throw all these questions at you. I drove back from Mablethorpe and I spotted a camper for sale. And we had enough money to buy it. I said to my wife, what do you rent to that? She said, well, let's think about it for a week or two. And then we come up with the idea, but obviously Lou's not very well at the minute. Well, Lou's not very well. And she works full-time and I work full-time, and I think it wouldn't be very good. Oh, your baby son's crying, bless you. I finished with baby sons. I've just got little granddaughters now. I've got a grown-up grandson, more or less, he's 16. Shame I didn't bring the other phone in. I've just done it here. Mind Melt Diaries. Hang on. I don't think anybody will miss me. If you hear anything creaking, it's my knees. If I start going, ooh, that's my ankles. I'm trying not to knock the phone over. I'll be back in a minute. These are supposed to do 30 metres, but I don't know if these microphones, but I don't think they do very well if you're going through a wall. Hopefully don't disconnect it. Right, I'm back. Let's have a look. The joys of having a couple of phones. Right, Mind Melt Diaries. NDMELDI. Spelled correctly. Mind Melt Diaries. There we go. Got the right one. I thought he was having a vape there. You've only got 2. You've got 3 now anyway. Let's have a look at your videos. Videos. Well, you're just starting. So anyway, now you've got 3 subscribers. So hopefully that'll help you out. If you need 6, I'll subscribe to my other accounts as well. So I think that'll do for this evening. We're on to 35 minutes. Bit of a quiet night, but I just thought I'd pop on, test this equipment out, see if it's going to work. Here we go, John. I'll talk to you for 5 minutes now. Hey up, Mick, catching up on your videos later. There's a couple of live streams. There's a 1 hour 37. That was a good stream, that, to be honest. I didn't realise how long it went out for, on for, but the only problem was, don't worry about it. I'll tell you what, it was a bit of a thing. Do you do a lot of walking, John? That was hard work, to be honest. I don't know if you walk that sort of amount anyway, but God, that was hard work. But I'm pleased I've done it. It's a good achievement, and a complete contrast from what I was behaving like this time last year. If I ever do it, never, ever, ever, ever will I do it again. I reckon I'm going to do it from Skegness to Mablethorpe because it could be nearer. No, I probably will. I probably at some point will do it again. But I more know now what it entails, really. I'd been down as far as Chapel St Leonard's. I thought I'd been down as far as Ingermells, but I hadn't. There was a lot more to Chapel St Leonard's to do before you got to Ingermells. I thought when we got to yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It was beautiful. It was a beautiful day. We were lucky. This you can't really see it because it's dark in here, but my skin is very, very tender, especially on this side, because I actually think I got a little bit of sunstroke, because I felt quite sick, to be honest. Oh, the pics on the wall. Yeah, it's all one picture, isn't it? They did them a few years ago, and when Sue, well, they've been up there since lockdown, because that's when we did this. Sue painted it. She said, I'm going to paint it. And then she put about 4 coats on and realised that she bought some cheap paint that was rubbish. And then she got some decent stuff and slop, it was there, that. And then she bought that picture, and it's one of them where you hang, what's 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to hang them in a certain way. I was just saying about that. You have to put on a thing at the back. And then when you're finished, you just pull the paper piece away and it's gone. And then it's beautiful, isn't it? You can imagine being stood in that forest, especially in that sort of, that one there. Yeah, I completed it, yeah. Yeah, I did the whole lot. We did from the Crazy Golf, which is in sort of the main, what you'd probably call the main bay, really. The one where you can't take dogs in the summer. And then we walked up and did it all, the whole lot. But as I was starting to struggle a bit as I got to the 2 miles up the beach that you have to do between Anderby Creek and Chapel St Leonard's was very, very difficult. And then after that, I was a bit worn out, and it was a bit of a struggle. I was starting to do quite a lot of sitting down, trying to get the pain out of my ankles and that. But I did it. Thing is, I'm still a fair chunk, like I still weigh 19 stone, and my poor little ankles have got all that to pull about for that amount of time. You know, we were at it a good long while. It took us about 7 hours. My granddaughter came with me. She's only 19, and she's as fit as a fiddle. She's a beautiful girl as well. And she, she's like, I could do another 5 miles. I'm not even bothered. Yeah, I'd got to the stage though where it didn't matter how long I rested. My ankles had gone, basically. The muscles in my ankles were giving me a load of shit. But yeah, the thing is, it's like when I was just saying before you come on, it's the first time in most of my life that I've ever. I'm slouching. Don't slouch, boy. It's the first time in most of my life that I've ever actually got any exercise for any amount of time. And when I first started, I'd only get a quarter of a mile in, and I was about buggered. And then, we've gone from that to doing sort of 4 miles and 6 miles and stuff like that. And then, I don't know what 10K is. Is it about 8 mile? And I was still jumping up and down. Yeah, so yeah. Are you going to the gym as well? Yeah, what you're doing is you're buffing up, ready for that Lanzarote, yeah. See if you can. Obviously, you're married, lad, but see if you get some attention from the leaders. Yeah, I've been past the gym sometimes, and that was enough for me. I've never really been interested in it, I'll be honest. But I think sometimes you just take stock of your life, don't you? You think, well, I've done that, why don't I do this? And it's worked out pretty well for me. So 2.5 stone gone. I more or less eat what I want. If I want to eat biscuits and chocolate and crisps and stuff like that, I do. And I'm just enjoying life. But I say the only trouble is the ankles. They're not as bad now, to be honest, as there was this morning. I didn't think I was going to make work today. I was struggling to walk about. Yeah, that's what. And I've turned the filter off as well, so I was looking rough, wasn't I? You could see it was having a terrible effect on me. I've got all these. I've still got a couple, but I had about 4 or 5. I'm going to save the cameras better. I think the other thing is if you think, well, if I can take stock of that part of my life, I can take stock of the rest of it. So I know everybody goes on about the mental health and stuff like that, but when you sort of drinking to that level, it destroys you. It makes you depressed anyway. And so every day is going to be worse because you're expecting it to be worse, and it's never going to get any better while you're doing that to yourself. And when you wake up in the morning, I still look like a gangster when I was younger. Or maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I've always been fairly big, lad. I sort of stayed at about 17 stone for years, but I think it's only when I got on the special brew a couple of years ago when I actually started to pile it on. If I get down to about 18, it'll do me, to be honest. I don't want to be much lighter than that. Because if I get down to 16.5, I start looking pinch face. I know it's the fashion to look really slim, but I don't want to do that. What if you get clothes cheaper? Well, that shirt I had on yesterday was a 3XL, and I think I could have done with a 2XL. Whereas the last pink shirt I had on, which I showed in that photo on Facebook, that was tight at 3XL, and this one was really baggy at 3XL. But I suppose if you've lost 2.5 stone, it's a lot of weight, isn't it? It's a lot of fat to lose. A lot of bloated as well. But I know these are still 3XL. I wear them for work, and they're like 6 inches longer now. I'm 6'3", yeah. Yeah, I'm 6'3". Well, I'm also, I've also got like a big frame as well. So, if it's got to 17 stone, you start to look thin. I know now when I put a pair of jeans on, I'm not desperate to take them off. Whereas when you're 22 stone and you've got a belt on, it's always uncomfortable. But now I could wear a pair of jeans all day and not think, oh God, I can't wait to get home and get these off. Which, it's going to be a good thing, isn't it? Anyway, not doing it tomorrow, just in case my ankles are falling off. If it's a nice day and it's not windy, I might go and take the drone out because I ain't had that out for a few weeks. That first live stream yesterday got 572 views, which is absolutely lovely. So a lot of times you get people come in and they just nip in and out. So it got 8.3 hours. That's quite good, actually. I'm quite chuffed with that, because sometimes you get all those viewers and it's had about 2 hours of watch time. And the one with 206 views on it had 2.7, so we got 10 hours of watch time out of that. It's starting to come up, really. What sort of watch time you got on yours? Because you've got more subs than me. Hey, that's lucky, isn't it? Valid watch time hours. Look, 888. All the 8s. What you on? 400 and some of those, aren't you, John? I don't think I will. I think it's going to be a while before I get to 1,000. Well, if it means walking to work from you've got 1,200 watch time. How are you doing all right then? Yeah, you're doing all right. Do they still give you? They don't give you off shorts, though, do they? Bloody hell, you've done well. Yeah, I don't know what views I've got. Let's have a look. I don't think I ever got to 1 million on the vape channel, to be honest. Let's have a look. Let's have a looky. I'll do if I can remember how you do it. Oh, there we go. View channel. 293 subscribers. 89,400 views. 2.1k likes. 274 comments. 48 shares. Recent views, 5.3k in the last 7 days. So 293 subs. So that's it, innit? Not doing too bad. You've been going 5 months. I've been going 6, really. I think I started it early December. That's when I started doing my first walks. This is what it is, isn't it? You know what I mean? The idea I don't know. I think if you put a 3-minute short on, don't they get something for that? I try and work it out. But you're 4 days behind, aren't you? They're 4 days behind uploading what your watch time hours is. I mean, that one we did the other week where there was loads of people watching it. About 4 days later, it went up by loads. But I enjoy doing these lives as well, though, to be honest. Especially now I've got this microphone on this phone, because this seems to work a hell of a lot better than the other one, really. I like Apple stuff, I'll be honest. But I thought, well, that would be brilliant, because I'll be able to take this with me to Spain. And it'd be no good in a proper gimbal. I'm uploading an hour vid for background ambient to see how long people watch for future videos. Oh, wow. Yeah. I mean, some of mine, I said that one yesterday was 1 hour 37 minutes long. Which is a fair stream, innit? You can't really expect people to watch that back, though, because, it's not very often they'll watch out for... I mean, sometimes half an hour. You can get them to watch an half an hour video. I think some of my early videos were too long, but then when you look, I was getting more views on them than what I get now. It's got to be something. You always lose... This time of year, you always lose viewers anyway, because... they're outside having a beer, cutting the grass, sat with the kids. It's only when you get... yeah, we do. Yeah, we'll get organised. Now I've done that, but not for a few weeks, because obviously I'm away. But we can do, definitely. I think I'm away a week on Monday. Looking forward to that. That'd be nice. I think, especially if you've got the same viewership, they love it, stuff like that, don't they? When are you off? When are you going away? You say it's later in the year now. Well, we'll start doing videos about the worst holiday camper in England or something. They seem to go well. Complaining about everything. I do mine on sort of a positive spin of most things, apart from I gained a lot of subscribers from the Doncaster vid. But last time when you moved to wildlife and away a week Thursday for 11 nights. No, you'll be away same time as us. You'll have to do some videos over there. I wonder why you lost them though. Because what was it? Just because you were doing towns and cities and then moved to wildlife? Thing is, I think it depends who you watch. There's loads of people that tell you how to, get loads of subscribers on YouTube, and they all sort of say the same thing: make sure your thumbnails go blah blah blah, and then they tell you to pick a niche that people want to watch. Well, the idea of me doing break time, we're going to film the zoo. I actually do a YouTube channel because I want to. Wish you could just talk on there without typing. Well, yeah, I know what you mean. It is a bit of a pain, isn't it? I ain't got a Zoom room now, so we can't even do it. We could do it because what we'd done on the. If you got a computer, what we used to do with the vape stuff, we'd all meet in the Zoom room, and then you cast the Zoom room to YouTube, and it comes up with a full YouTube show. You get 4 or 5 people in the Zoom room, and then you all come up together. But you need to. No, mate, I'll do it. Oh, right. Yeah, that's the only thing, because if you start doing it with the phone, you'll get me talking to you, and then your speaker can hear my microphone. And then your microphone listens to your speaker. Yeah. The thing is, though, it's a bit of a rabbit hole, isn't it? That computer of mine, it's not the most amazing one in the world, but it's all the bit you've got stuck to it, really. It all mounts up. And I got a cover for the audio box the other day. It's a Rodecaster audio box, so I got a cover for it. And £32 for the cover that goes over it, because I sit up there vaping away in my little office place, and I thought, well, all this is going inside there, and I thought, well, if it starts going in there and messing stuff up, so I'll just buy the cover. And originally there were 50, but they seem to have more money now as more of them have got out. You know what I mean? Nothing. If you buy anything Rode, it's all expensive stuff, but it's usually pretty good. But one thing with a computer is it's easy for editing. But if you want to use one to cast on, you need one with a fair amount of, it needs to be a fairly good one. Not so much with a desktop, but certainly with a laptop, you need a fairly expensive laptop to be able to cast properly on it. I bought a cheap one; it was rubbish. Chromebooks, they're no good for it, really. You want something that's got a good amount of gigs in it, and that otherwise it can't deal with the video. And we're getting I'm on it now. So look. I don't know what it sounds like here. Yeah, we'll do something. Together. Be interested. So I've been doing live streams for donkey's years. I love doing it. I like to talk to people. It's interesting. I can't actually cancel my Zoom room because I'd had it for 5 years and it's 15 quid a month. And I ain't used it for 3 months, and I thought it was 45 quid down the Swanee, so I'm not bothered. Yeah, they're good, yeah. So if you want them, it's the Holy Land M2. I don't know what phone you're using, but I was just showing, I don't know how long you've been watching, but so mine's the one with the Type-C on it. You can either get Type-C or the other one. So what I did, I got the one with Type-C, and then I've just bought these. I've had a special job. I need to do a little review on it, because some of them won't transmit audio, but these particular ones do. Perfect for microphones. They're only about £6-7 for two of them, so I'm now using that on an iPhone. They are really good, aren't they? I was listening to it back yesterday. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's what I do it as well. I've got on my computer. I've got a software called Filmora, and I use that. I paid for a lifetime's license of it, so you get a chance to put your intros in, and then I pay £120 a year for Epidemic Sound, so you can use the music off there. They've got thousands and thousands of tracks. You can use the music off there. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, you can use the free one, but it puts a stamp in the corner of your video, doesn't it? All the way through with their thing. Filmora is good. It's easy to use in iMovie because, like with iMovie, I don't know if you've noticed, if you try and put a piece of music in for an outro and an intro, you seem to have to put it all the way under the whole thing, and then click it at the end of the intro and just before the outro, turn the bit in the middle down, and then allow each one to do it. So depending on how long the film is. Yeah, but the thing is with them, you see, if you're using them, they're going to come back. When you actually get monetized, you're going to end up paying all that to the people that own it. YouTube Studio on a computer, if you go in there, they've got all their own music in there that you can use. Copyright-free music you can use. But another thing is, I mean, if you obviously got your head on, if you go on to AI, if you can find a place, you can make AI music, and you've made it yourself, and they can't do it about it. My mate Graham, he made me one, but you just have to use a different part of it for each individual video, because obviously AI music's on it. I'll stick to natural nature and wildlife. Well, that'll do, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can make your own up, couldn't you? If you listened, you know what I mean. You can use anything as an intro, and if you were to leave your phone there and just sit down quietly, and you could hear ducks and geese and all that sort of quacking, it's a noise that you own, so that's copyright free, isn't it? There's 10 people in now. Good evening, 7 people again. 7 now. People keep popping in and out. I was going at half an hour and we've got 57 minutes now. Those have nicked my natural swan sound. Yeah, well, I don't know what you could do to stop them, to be honest. Stephen, how you doing? Nice to see you. Really, really nice to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing all right. You popped in yesterday, didn't you? I'm sure you did. That's one thing when you're walking down the thing, especially as you got older and your eyes are getting weaker. You're wandering down somewhere and you're doing a live stream, and I missed my mate JP. How did the walk go? Very good. I managed it. I got all the way to the end. We're just saying that it's had an effect on my ankles today. They're really, really sore. There must be some muscle surrounding where the ankle bone connects or something like that, and that is on fire on both legs. The left one's worse, but we actually managed to do it and raised, did I say £680? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with people borrowing your stuff, is there? I don't mind. They can use mine. They can put a grease screen on it, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, it comes to a point when you're doing really well. Age is great. Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, probably not the best thing in the world. It's like, oh well, I'm Dobry. Dobry means hello. I don't know what the next word means. Dobry means hello, I think it is. How you doing anyway? Shouldn't you be laying down? At your age, you will need a few years to recoup. Hello, buddy. Are you doing all right? Hello, Bill. This is my mate, Bill. We used to do a show together for a long time. And then we stopped. But we're really still close friends. We've never actually met in real life. but we've got very much the same sense of humour. It's gone really well tonight, to be fair. You soon get an hour in, can't you, really, when you get chatting? The only thing is, when you come in on your own, you've got to have somebody what's coming back to you. Unless you've got a specific topic that you need to do, you've a job to talk for an hour without anybody coming back. Zabao can nor do. We are both better for not actually meeting, yeah. Where am I from? I'm from Lincolnshire, UK. A little town called Gainsborough. Whereabouts are you from? That's obviously Polish, isn't it? You watch, it's in. You watch, obviously Lithuanian. I'm in trouble. Yeah, just go live on it. Have you turned your channel on to go live? Because you have to do. I'll do a live once I'm back from holiday. Whereabouts are you, Stephen? Are you abroad? You're going to do it there. If you're somewhere hot, do it there. Yeah, you have to. I don't know if it's changed now, but with the phone, what you want to do is just press the plus at the bottom where it says live. Press that as if you are going live. And then if it says you can't, it'll tell you what you've got to do. Yeah, will it do? Yeah. I've got plans of doing. But I said the plans of doing what you and what you actually managed to do sometimes are completely different because you get, you think, well, I can't be bothered now. But I'm planning on finding somewhere quiet about sunset time and going live and filming the sunset. And that's what I'm thinking of doing. You're allowed to use 50 gigs of data on your... No, it's not. But no, it's... I'm still here until Thursday, Friday, videos to come a whole week. Oh, nice. I'm off to a place called Moreira, which is near Calpe. So you fly into Alicante, go past Benidorm, it's down there somewhere, but I don't know where because I've not done that. I've never driven in that area, but we've hired a car from the airport and off we go. I'm still here until fly out Friday, videos to come. Nice. Where are you going? So we're going to that area, so it looks very, very beautiful. But if I can find somewhere and sit on a rock, it'd be good. Ah, right. Oh, yeah, totally. No problem. Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah, that'd spoil the continuity, wouldn't it, if you told us all before you went? I should have done that. Now I've ruined it all. Pretend I'm not going there anyway. Pretend I'm going to somewhere else. I forget about stuff like that, but no, I'm just... Yeah, have a look, yeah. Follow Stephen UK _travels. That's the only thing when you do it on the phone. If I was doing it on my computer now, I'd be able to share his channel now, but I can't because I'm on the phone. You can, John. Oh, there you go. You can share that out. Put it in the chat. I think you click on it and then I don't know. You should be able to share it if you click on this thing. You should be able to share it out because you've got a spanner. There you go. Bill knows how to do it. There you go. Well, if it gets you, if you've already got one sub, obviously I'm sub to you, must be.